Trend lines, they are easy to trade, right? Everybody knows how to trade trend lines. Oh, just buy when price bounces off the trend line, hee. But I can guarantee you that you have never seen this trend line break strategy that I'm about to show you. If you can master this strategy, it will change the way that you trade forever. Mind blowing. The first step is to draw a trend line, right? Obviously. In an uptrend just like this, you want to connect all the higher lows with your trend line too. In a downtrend, you want to connect all the lower highs with your trend line. Make sure you try to get as many touches as you can, because for a trend line to be valid, the price has to touch it at least 3 times. It is not enough to draw a trend line if price has only touched it 2 times. Remember, the more times the price touches the trend line, the stronger it is. It's just like your support and resistance. So the second step is to wait for your trend line break. Remember, this is the magical trend line break strategy. So of course, we're going to be waiting for the price to break out of this trend line. So right here, we still wait to see what price does. Price is starting to break through the trend line, but we still wait and see. And at this point of time, this is when price has finally broke out of the trend line right here. But you do not want to enter yet. Most beginner traders, they will enter for a sell right here immediately when price breaks through the trend line and end up the price went back up and it's a fake out and they lose a lot of money. So please do not commit this mistake. Do not enter yet. Be patient. Instead of entering for the trade right here, I want you to take out your rectangle tool and highlight this candle right here, the candle that broke out of the trend line, which is this one right here. And what I want you to do is to just draw a box and just drag it to the right side like this. Just drag it. So the third step is to enter and exit like a pro. So you want to wait for price to come back to the candle that broke out of the trend line. So at this point of time, let's see what happens next. You can see price has finally came back up to this candle where it just broke out the trend line. Yes, retrace all the way up here. At this point of time, remember, you still want to be patient. You do not want to enter immediately when price come back to this area here. You want to look for some sort of confirmation that tell you that price is rejecting this rectangle area. Then that is when you enter for the trade. So let's look at the next candle. Next candle, you can see price is just rejecting this entire rectangular area. You can see price gave us 3 long wick candles, not 3 actually, 4 long wick candles, which show us that price does not want to go up, right? This is a very valid retest, right? Retested the trend line, very valid, so we can enter right here for a sell position once we see our confirmation that price is just rejecting this rectangular area. So I will place my stop loss above the candle that broke out of the trend line, which is this candle right here, and I'll just place it above this box like this. For your take profit, this is where the magic happens. This is a very important concept that you must understand, because this is the secret to my entire trend line strategy. I want you to zoom out and draw a line at all the times where price touches the trend line. Right here, and right here, and right here, and also right here and right here. As you can see, these are all the times where price touches the trend line and then bounces up from the trend line. So these will be our take profit levels. Let me explain. Actually, this is too much lines. So in this case, let's just delete these 2 right here and let's stick with these 3 lines. So I'm gonna name these 3 lines. This is point A, this is point B, and this is point C. Your first take profit should be at point C, and then if price break through point C, then your second take profit can be at point B. Here's how this strategy works. In this case, what you can do is that you can either take all of your profits at point C right here. Just when price reaches point C, you just close the entire trade and you take all your profits. But if you want to leave the trade to run so that you can get more profits, what you can do is to take partial profits, which means when price reaches point C, you close half of the trade, you close 50% of the trade. So you let the other 50% of the trade, the other half, run to your point B. And then when price reaches point B, then that is when you can close the entire trade. Right now, this is where the magic happens. Price is gonna reach point C, and then it's gonna reach point B next. And then finally, it's going to go down to point A. Yup, so in this case, I'll just take my first profit at point C first. So let's look at what happens next. Price go down, go down, go down. We just wait. and smash our take profit. You can see at this point of time, we have smashed our first take profits, right? So at this point of time, we have closed half of the trade. Now we have the other half to run, right? We have the other half to run to our point B. So you can just see like price just broke out of point C and now it might go to point B. So I'll just shift my take profit all the way down to point B right here. And let's look at what happens next. And you can see like price retrace up there again. We still did not get stopped out. Bam! We just smashed our point B. We just smashed our second take profit. And at this point of time, we have closed the entire trade. By the way, guys, I'm just showing you this example on the daily time frame. Alright, so this trade literally take months to go into take profit. But please, this is not how I trade. Alright, I'm gonna be using 1 hour time frame for this strategy or even the 4 hour time frame. I'm not gonna be trading on the daily time frame. I'm just using the daily time frame to show you guys as an example, because on the daily time frame, the charts is just much more cleaner for me to show you guys. But please trade this strategy on the time frames that you want to trade on, be it the 15-minute, the 1 hour, or the 4 hour. This strategy works on every single time frame. So right now you can see that price has just broken point B, but I want you to look at where price goes next. Point A. Just like how we predicted, price went down to point A right here. So right now price has just broken through point A. Guess where is it gonna go next? Right here at this point, because at this point price bounces off our original trend line, and then after price break through this point, it's gonna come down to this point. Just take a look at this. Just like what we predicted, guys, price went all the way down to this level, and ultimately there is no 100% certainty that price is gonna get down to this level right here, the first trend line bounce, because this is quite low. Sometimes price can go to either one of these points and then just reverse, right? Like there is no 100% certainty that price is gonna go down all the way down to like the first trend line bounce. All right, that is why I tell you guys to take your first profit at point C and then second take profit at point B, because once again, there is no guarantee that price is gonna get all the way down to this first trend line bounce. Now here's another example. You can see that right now we are in a downtrend this time, and we can draw a trend line connecting all of these lower highs. And as you can see right here, price has bounced off this trend line multiple times, which makes it a very valid trend line. Because remember, at least 3 touches, and right now it has more than 3 touches, so we are good. So right now the next step is to obviously wait for price to break out of this trend line. So we still wait, and as you can see like right here at this point of time, this is when price break out of the trend line. Let me just zoom in. So this is the candlestick that broke out of the trend line. So what we're going to do is to take out your box tool. Once again, take out your rectangle tool, and I want you to like literally highlight this candlestick right here, and then just draw a box around here. Just drag the entire box and just drag it to the right like this. So these 2 candlesticks are the ones that broke out of this trend line. Remember guys, you do not want to enter immediately when price break out of the trend line. That is like newbie way to trade. Alright, that is newbie way. We are professionals now, so we want to wait for price to come back down to this box, then that is when we enter for the trade. So you can see price went back up, and then we can see right now it's coming back down. Okay, once it came back down to this rectangle area, we are waiting for some sort of confirmation that tell us that price is rejecting this little box and it's gonna hit back up. That is when we enter for the trade. At this point of time, this is where I will enter for our buy position, because price gave us a long wick candle multiple times. Once again, you can see there's a lot of candles that gave us long wicks right here, which pretty much just show us that price is rejecting this strong area and it's gonna go back up right now. So right here, this is when I will enter for a buy position. Place your stop loss below this rectangle area, below like this candlestick that broke out the trend line right here, right? And by the way, if you wanted to get a sniper entry, you can have entered when this doji candlestick form right here. At this point of time, this is when the doji candlestick form, which show us that this little retracement right here is losing momentum and the buyers are gonna take over. So at this point of time, you can just enter right there. And also at this point of time, this is when like price has come back down to to the candlestick that broke out of the trend line. So you know what? We'll just enter right here actually. So this point right here, this is the last touch before price broke out of the trend line. So this is your first take profit. And as you can see, price just like smashed our take profit already. And then your second take profit could be at the second area, the second point, which is right here. And I want you to remember this very, very important point. There is no guarantee that price is going to get up all the way up to this level or even up to this level right here. There is no guarantee, right? What we want to do is to just like react to the market. So what I mean by that is that if I see price like go up and then go to like near this area around here and then starts reversing and heading back down, guess what? I'm gonna be getting out of the trade, alright? I'm not gonna be stupid enough to hold the trade, alright? So yeah, first take profit smash. Let's see if we can smash this second take profit. Okay, you can see like price go up, come back down to this area to retest it and then go up. So at this point of time, you can draw a second resistance area right here. You can see there's a second resistance area right here, and you can see price just consolidating at this area here. At this point of time, what you can do is that you can move your stop loss, right? You can move your stop loss right here. So right here, your new stop loss will be below this last higher low, because remember, as price creates structure, as price like create your higher highs and higher lows, you always want to make sure that you move your stop loss. This is the last higher low. So now price is creating your new higher low. So I'll just move my stop loss right here in case like price reverse and head back down. Then guess what? We will still get stopped out in some profits. Because remember, we entered for a buy position right here. So even if we get stopped out right here, we are still in profit. So we wait. Okay, you can see like price just stop us out like this. This is the reality of trading, right? There is no strategy that is gonna work all the time. Sometimes the strategy just does not work. And right here, I just wanted to show you guys and be honest with you that sometimes the strategy might not work. In this case, you always want to make sure that you adapt and react to the market. So in this case, we just got stopped out, but guess what? We did not lose any money at all because this was a risk-free trade. Because remember, our stop loss was originally right here, and now we have moved our stop loss right here. So now we got stopped out, and guess what? We are still in profit because we entered all the way down here. So right now you can see, even though we got stopped out, we are still in profits. Don't worry if you still do not get it. I'm gonna show you another example, and this time I'm gonna show you guys how I personally trade this trendline strategy using price action. This is gonna be totally unfiltered. So once again, this is the uptrend. So you want to draw your trend line connecting all the higher lows, and you can see this is a valid trend line because there is like more than 3 touches, right? So at this point of time, price has just broken out of the trend line right here. So I'll just take my box tool once again and then draw the candle that broke out of the trend line, which is this candle right here. This candle right here broke out of the trend line, so I'll just draw a box around it, right? Just drag it to the right, just like this. So right now, I do not want to enter here. I want to wait for price to come back up to retest this same box, this same area, wait for some sort of rejection, head back down like this. Then that is when I can finally enter for the trade. So I still wait. Right here, guys, you can see it right here. Price came back up all the way up here to retest this entire rectangle area, and right here I'm waiting for some sort of rejections that show me that okay, price is rejecting this rectangle area and it's gonna continue to head back down. Like this little red candlestick alone is not enough for me to enter for the trade. So we wait. Right here, guys, you can see right here, this is when I will enter for my sell position, because you can see like price just rejecting this rectangle area. Like if price wanted to continue to go up to this uptrend, right, continue this uptrend, it will just like continue going up like this. But no, price did not do that. Price gave us a rejection in this area, which show us that this is a very valid retest. So I'll place my stop loss above this rectangle area. First take profit at this point right here, point C, and then point B, and then point A right here. So how I will do it is that I'll place my first take profit right here. You can see this is the 1:3, almost 3 risk to reward, which is very peng. Alright, that is very peng. Alright, so that is my first take profit. So if price reaches this area here, guess what? I'm gonna move my take profit all the way down here. Price went back all the way down there and smashed our first take profit. Once it smashed our first take profit, I will have moved my take profit to my second take profit. At this point of time, it also smashed it. It's really just as simple as that, guys. Your point A, your point B, and point C. So right now, price has smashed these 2 take profit. So what I can even do is that I can re-enter for this trade if price retraces back to this level and then go back down to this area. Then that is when I can enter for a sell position right here again. But let's just see what price does. If price just goes straight down like this to this area, then I will not enter. Okay, you can see right here, guys. Price actually like break through point B, come back up to retest point B before heading back down. Actually, what you could have done is that you could have like waited for a price to break through point B like right here, right? And then wait for it to come back up to retest point B, and now this support area act as your resistance area. Then that is when you can enter for another sell position right there. I should have thought of that, right? Yeah, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Price just went down here. You can just see like price just hit all my points. Your point A, point B, and point C. This trendline strategy was magical, but if you want to learn more about an even magical, even profitable high win rate price action strategy, you can check out this video right here. Click on this video to find out more. Welcome to the tribe, and remember, you're just one trade away. Mwah.